It's time to sip that coffee, get your mind right, and vibe. It's time to sip that coffee, get your mind right, and vibe with the queen herself. We're dishing out hot topics, wellness tips of the day, and things that make you go, Let's get this palace party started.
All right, welcome, kings and queens. It is a beautiful, beautiful, rainy Wednesday here in Houston, Texas. But we are live. We are live and on air here in the palace for our Wednesday morning coffee talk. And once a month, we come from behind the wall. Thank you, Trending. At some point, I see you in the audience letting me know that I am coming through loud and clear. Shout out to all of my mods that are on duty early this morning because he rose, and so did they, y'all. They are up. Linda Gamble is up working, giving salutations to everybody, making you feel good as you commute into the office. And if your commute is just a few short steps, quick steps into your home, and you hook a quick left and you walk into your home office, we love it for you. We're happy for you. Because I always say, baby, the safest place for Black folks, if you can, is to be able to work from home. Don't argue with me. Don't at me. I'm on one today and I got a strong cup of coffee. But anywho, welcome. Just Angel is in the chat. Thank you, Just Angel, one of my other moderators. Toot Latrice should be bringing up the rear here real soon if she woke up on time. But thank you all for pulling up and joining us for Wednesday morning coffee talk. As I was saying, if this is your first time joining us in the palace for Wednesday morning coffee talks, you just may think about becoming a member behind the wall because, honey, we do this every week. But once a month, we come from behind those palace gates and we open it up for everybody. So, how's everybody doing today, y'all? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I got something that's going to make you go, I really do. And listen, let me tell you something about coffee talk. We don't really just be staying on one topic. We talk about it's a little bit about a lot, enough to be dangerous, okay? But how many of you are commuting in, headed to the office, dragging your feet? Let me know. Tap in, pull up. Let us know if you're sitting in your cubicle. But some of y'all are bosses. Some of y'all got desk. I mean, not desk, big old offices, corner offices. Let's see. Delicia Nicole, good morning. Who's tuning in from work? Happy birthday to you, Dorothy. Dorothy Redden, happy birthday. I see you all the way at the top. Dorothy said, can you say happy birthday to me? Yes, I can. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Is that good enough? Dorothy, did you like that? Where your coworkers at? Because listen, let me tell y'all something. Dorothy pulled up a couple of weeks ago, y'all, her and her coworkers. I think that was you, Dorothy. You and your coworkers, when y'all jumped on this live. Y'all make sure y'all take my girl out to lunch today. If your coworkers are listening, make sure they do something nice for you. Okay. We don't want no dollar store baskets. Y'all better take very good care of Dorothy because it's her birthday. Okay. Period, point blank. But pull up. How many of y'all are, yes, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Who's in the office today? I want to know where y'all tapping in from. Are you tapping in from home? Are you tapping in from a cubicle? Don't be shy, baby. We done all started in a cubicle. Or are you tapping in from the corner office? Or are you the big bad boss in your office? And do you have a big old beautiful office with candy in your jar? We want to know. We want to know. Shoot, we're nosy over here. But listen. Oh, let me drop the link. Pardon my manners. Pardon my damn manners. Let me drop the link, y'all. And members, y'all already know what time it is. It's better late than never. It's back there. It's back there. First come, first serve. Yes. It's Tay says, I'm working, but from home. Girl, that is a beautiful place to be. Oh, Tay Siobhan got an office, y'all. She got an office. Yes, girl. I love it. She got a whole office. Listen, I love when our kings and queens get an office. Girl, you must work really, really hard. She got an office. Let me see who else got an office or who. I need a cubicle. Let me see if somebody got a cubicle. Tanisha is tapping in from home. Tay, let's see. Okay, we got one cubicle. Din G got a cubicle. Tapping in from a cubicle. But listen, you can't talk in them cubicles because they be all in your damn business. They be in your business. So do you have headphones in? That's what we want to know. Are your people listening to us? And if so, drop their name so I can give them a shout out. Queen Common Sense says that she's home, working from home. Rose is home. Rose, home? Or are you working from home? There's a difference, Rose. I caught that technicality. Juanita's just home today. Oh, she's having bad weather. Okay, okay. I see a lot of you kicking it with Courtney's doing cardio. All right. I love the versatility that I'm seeing in the audience. So, listen, we're going to shift focus or shift gears for just a quick second. And I want y'all to tap in. So, what we do every Wednesday is we focus on one word. I want you to think about it. Don't be so quick to have Twitter fingers. What are you feeling right now? Or what are you trying to feel at the end of this segment? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? How are y'all feeling? I want to see those words come through the chat. Let's see. Let me see what we're working with. Ramel says, good morning, Queen Sheba, mods in chat. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. What are we feeling? Clarity. Okay, you're feeling clear. I see clarity coming through. I see energized. I see joyful coming through. Elated. That's a good one. That's a good one. Elated. Discernment. Oh, trending at some point is coming in hard with discerning, with the discerning spirit, baby. Listen, you better, because we just came off that universal 24-hour fast hosted by Melody Cherie. And let me tell you, it was all that and then some. And we're going to talk about it a little bit. It was all that and then some. So trending's coming off of that, feeling discerning. Darlene is tired. She stayed up too late. We got peace. Damn, we got a lot of folks that's tired. What was y'all doing last night? We got abundant. We got peaceful. We got grateful. We have blessed. We got optimistic, motivation, a lot of drained. Okay. We got a lot of people, a lot of women that are drained. Men, I need y'all to step up and help in the house. You know what? If your kids are listening, bring them in the room. Tell them to come here. Tell them Queen Sheba got something to say. Listen, a lot of y'all's moms are on here feeling drained. And I need y'all to pull your own weight in the house. She can't do everything. So, men, I need you to step up and help some of these women so that they're not drained. Women, I need you to use your inside voices and ask for what you need. Okay. Because I can't keep seeing drain popping up if you got kids in the house and other people in the house that should be helping you. So we're going to start speaking and asking for what we need and want in 2024. Purple Queen is feeling loved. We got blessed. We got grateful. Damn, we got another tired. Listen, y'all gonna have to come up here and tell me what's going on. Y'all gonna have to come up here and tell me what's going on. Why are y'all tired? But it's in alignment with my wellness tip of the day. We got peace, be still. We got peace. We got some more gratitude. Oh, Gigi flexing, y'all. She says, I'm driving in and I am. Hold on, y'all. She says, I am the boss. You better. That's Gigi hunking in traffic. She says she is the boss. Gigi, hit me up. Where you work at? What industry are you in? What industry are you in, Gigi? Because I'm looking for a career shift. I ain't playing. Inbox me on Instagram. Anybody else that's bosses up in here? We finna get some people hired and on your way. On your way with new jobs, new opportunities in 2024. Okay. We got accomplished. We got relaxed. Let's be clear. Hold on. It's feeling concerned. We got some body aches coming through, empowered. We got a lot of tired. We got humble, blessed, vibrant, peaceful. Y'all, thank you for tuning in. I see you, B. Taylor. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Grateful. I got enlightened. Mimi is feeling hopeful. Audrey is feeling grateful and committed to the journey is at peace, honey. Listen, I got a cup of coffee in my hand. I'm old school, y'all. I get the Starbucks thing, but I can only do it when I'm on the road. Or like my grandma say, on the road, when I'm on the road. Other than that, I love to brew me a good cup of coffee and I use, what kind of creamer do y'all think I use? I want to see who gets it right. What kind of creamer y'all think I use? On the road. That's right. Inez. Inez, you get my sense of humor. On the road. Why y'all keep talking about this mushroom coffee? I don't know nothing about no mushroom coffee. I'm old school with my beans. Yes, honey. But listen, financial wellness tip. We're going to shift into that space. Last week, y'all, I got them good. I got them real good. Last week's financial wellness tip was pay them people their money. That's right. You heard me. You heard me. Last week's financial wellness tip was if you owe somebody money, then you need to pay them. And what we did behind the wall, I swear to God, I'm not lying. I said, if you owe somebody money, you need to pay them because you're blocking your blessings. You are blocking your blessings when you don't give back in good faith what you received. When somebody is kind enough, I got cash apps flowing through. Thank you, Octavia. I got it. Thank you for taking care of me. But listen, when somebody's kind enough to loan you money in good cheer, for whatever reason you ask for it. Now, some of y'all be lying, talking about I need money for this and that, but you really going on vacation. It don't even matter. If they were kind enough to loan it to you, you need to give it back. Okay, we're talking reciprocity. So that was last week's financial wellness tip. Pay them people their money. And we had people on live texting people saying, I'm going to pay you. I got you. And they paid. We also had people where we set it up last week behind the wall. If somebody owes you money, we not letting it go. We not turning the other cheek. I challenged them to reach out on the live, text folks and say, hey, can I have my money? If y'all are in the audience, we want to know, did y'all get y'all money last week? And also, did y'all pay people back that y'all owed money to? I got to know. I want to know how that ended. I see y'all guessing the type of creamer. Some people are using heavy cream, almond milk. Inez says she's coming in from Houston. Caramel macchiato, hazelnut, honey, hazelnut. Okay, original. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the stage, Just Angel. Happy Wednesday. You're on mute.
Morning, Queen. Oh, I had to get back over to what's it called? StreamYard. I'm outside with my grand doggy. I'm so happy.
Okay.
I
What's
have a
going
duke.
on?
I have a dookie too. So my dog, he's getting a little old. I call him Peter Pup because he don't really want to grow up. But he getting a little old, and he took a nip out of one of my cousins last night. He was
Oh,
protecting a baby. He thought they were wrestling, and he thought the baby was about to get hurt. But anyway, they told my daughter, come get your dog. And she just moved into a beautiful apartment. So she couldn't leave him there by himself today. And he's here with me. And this nigga dog ain't lived with me in 2 years. And he's still like 8 o'clock. Time to walk.
hold on. I want to make sure. What'd you call that dog?
Dookie.
That ain't what you. That ain't. Nah, you ain't. That's my dog name. Now she trying to
What
be
the
funny.
dog doing? What the dog
His
doing?
name is
What the
Duke. And I call him my Duke. He being real ethnic.
Look, now I
He
know you
got
ain't come up here to talk about no dogs. What's going on with you on Wednesday morning?
That's actually what is going on with me. I'm so happy because I love him. I'm like you. I love, 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 love dogs. Sometimes more than people. And yeah, I'm so happy my boo boo is here with me for the day because he's going
Look,
home with his mama.
I hear them birds chirping in the background.
Yes, it's my
That's
favorite. One of my favorite sounds. And my chimes. It's not windy right now though.
that's a good place to start on a Wednesday morning.
Every morning, I have a bird feeder right in front of my window.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. But look, what are you feeling today? You checking in with us?
Oh, I did in the chat. I'm tired because for some reason I couldn't. I was putting beads up and ended up making like 3 bracelets. I was up till 2. I'm tired, but
Okay.
it's a good tired.
I love it, Just Angel. Well, hang tight. Let me let Gigi check in. You remember Gigi's commuting in, y'all. She was in traffic. She says she is the boss.
Gigi the
Welcome,
boss.
boss.
I am. And that title has a lot of weight, but yes, I am. Anyway, a lot of drama, should I say. So, um, yes, I am checking in, Queen, because listen, I have been dealing with this illness for like 2 years. And I've done the work. I did what I was supposed to do. So I got tested to see if I'm over with this. And every other so Monday, I got tested and I'm waiting to hear back to see. So basically what it was, what, like 4 years ago, I went through this like really stressful period and it threw my A1C really high and it actually threw me into being a diabetic, which is something I never was. So they just kind of blamed it on stress and we've been kind of dealing with it. So I've been kind of fighting with it. I got the best doctor. She and I've been working on it and I've did everything I'm supposed to do. So we tested to see if I'm through with this, if I don't have to take medication or whatever. So every other test that I've had to take have come back wonderful. But this main freaking test that I'm waiting to see it to come back, whatever happened at Kelsey Seabold, as many as they have, the machine went down, so they had to send the labs out. So every other test I got, but this main one, I haven't got back yet. So yeah, I am stalking my portal to see if I've gotten this test back yet. And it's not. And now they sent me to like this other portal. They emailed me yesterday saying from LabCorp saying, hey, we got your test results. We'll update you. But I've been waiting since Monday. So yeah, my strength, I mean, my anxiety is on 12. Because when I tell you I'm so tired of just taking medication for this, it's crazy. So that's what I'm dealing with today.
So would it be stressed or tired?
No, I would say anxiety.
Okay. Well, all you can do is wait.
I know. That's the point. I want to know.
I mean, when you think about, for real, y'all, when we think about worrying about stuff that we cannot control, all you can do is wait.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna wait, but I mean, I'm good. I just looking at everything else, and I had, looking at everything else and just talking to her. Things seem to be great, but this is just something I prayed about. I worked really hard on, so I really have. I mean, I have faith that it's gonna be the way I want it to be, but I just want to know. So, but you know what? I can't be anxious. I just gotta wait for when God says it's time for me to hear.
Yeah. By all
Amen.
means,
Amen.
prayer and supplication and be anxious for what, Gigi?
I know.
Be
For
anxious for
nothing.
nothing.
I know, right?
Come on, Gigi.
I know, I know. See, that's
Come
why I love
on,
y'all to put me in
Gigi.
place.
You the boss.
I
Be
know.
anxious for nothing.
I know, I know, I know. But see,
Look at
that's
the
why I love y'all to
birds. The
put me.
birds
I
are
know.
preaching. You
So
hear the
that's
birds?
what
They telling you.
I know, I know, I know. I'm so excited. I have faith, and I know it's gonna come out the way I want it to be. But just seeing it in black and white. But anyway, that's why I love y'all because y'all just kind of put me on the straight and narrow, and that's where I'm at this morning. That's what I'm standing on today. I didn't get to do the fast on Monday. We're actually doing a fast for my church, and
Okay.
so I had where I work, the beginning of the month and the end of the month is so crucial. So I couldn't stay offline right now until like after the 10th. So I kind of just gave up for my church. They asked us to give us something. We're doing a financial fast. So I gave up less to being on social media. I mean, to give up media a lot. So it's only a few content creators that I'm listening to, which of course, Queen is you, one of them. And then it's
Thank
just two others. But the rest, I see it come through, but I really don't engage because I said I would give it up unless it's putting some substance into my life. So not to say that everybody else don't, but right now I'm just kind of holding on to the three that I value the most right now. And so yeah, I kind of missed the fast. I wished I could enjoy it, but I did hear you speak about the fast and I loved everything you said about it. So I'm hoping that everybody walked away with something good with the fast.
Thank you for saying that. And for those of you that are not, if you don't know what Gigi's talking about, y'all, we do the work. We're behind the walls a lot. Baby, we are busy, booked and busy behind the walls. And what Gigi is referring to is we had a fasting recap and review after Melody Cherie's Universal Fast on Monday. And we took it there. We took it to church. It was a phenomenal conversation. So thank all of you for participating, sharing your experiences, what messages you received. And I'm glad you were able to make it, Gigi. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to make it. But, peace be still. And that's what I leave you
Love
with.
that was the first that you had ever fast, and I love what you were getting out of it. We fast quite a bit. My church kind of fasts a lot. So just to hear that God blessed you with so much in your first fast, that was awesome.
He did and he will. And if he'll do it for me, he'll do it for y'all. And that's a lot of times why we take these conversations behind the wall, y'all, because we are growing and edifying. And sometimes it's just too beautiful to share with everybody else. You don't just throw your pearls
Yeah,
to
yeah,
swine.
yeah.
So if you don't see us, don't worry about us, honey. We good over here. We behind the wall.
That's
We
right.
behind the wall doing what we do. But with that being said, you guys have led me into the segue of today's. I want to know. Let me ask real quick before I move on. For those of you that owed people money or people owed you money last week, did you get your money? That's my question to you. Because
Money, money, money,
listen,
money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
normally I would do that for a super chat, but my question is, did you pay them people their money or did you get your money? Did you get your money? Thank you, Angela A. She is gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. For those of you that are lucky recipients, congratulations to you. We will see you behind the wall. There's a lot of information back there, y'all. A lot of content, a lot of material, a lot of resources. Enjoy. You have Angela to thank. Thank you, Angela. We appreciate it. I want to know if them people got their money. Yes, yes, yes. But look, I want to get into the wellness tip of the week. I want to get into the wellness tip of the week because I knew I had the right message. And Black women, this is for you. Go to bed. That's the wellness tip of the week.
Leave me alone, Queen
Go,
Sheba.
go to bed. I kid you not. You need 7 to 10 hours of sleep every night in order to be productive. One thing we talked about on the prayer fast call was rest. And also behind the wall, we said that rest is warfare. Be easy with yourself. Be kind to yourself. And if you're not sleeping, what are you doing? And a lot of y'all woke up tired, stressed out, anxious. We not doing that no more. We are choosing life and we are living out loud. Go to bed. Period. Point blank. That's the Wellness Wednesday morning tip for the rest of the week. Delois Campbell said yes and no. She got a portion of her money, and then everybody else is going to pay her by the 30th. Listen, on April 25th, I need you to send out another. Listen, y'all, we be doing some good work in the palace. I need you to send another text reminder. Said, hey, listen, I just wanted to touch base. I appreciate you agreeing to pay me by the 30th. Just giving you the heads up. I'll be looking for it. Boom. Just a reminder. So, anybody else get their money? Thank you, Monique. Monique says yes. So many resources behind the wall. There are a lot of resources behind the wall. I have to agree. Mary White says, nope, my sister still owes me money, but I'll get it. Mary, I need you to take out your phone right now. I don't want you to send it, depending on what time zone you're in, because we don't want to be bothering people before 8 a.m. I need you to type up, hey, sis, I know you said that you would pay me and you need to call out the amount of the money, $300, $150, whatever it is, by March, blah, blah, blah. I am hoping to receive my money today. You can Cash App it or you can Zelle it to me. Thank you. We not hoping no more. We touching people. We're touching and agreeing, and we asking for our damn money. We're asking for our money on corporate jobs. We're asking for our money when we loan it to you. We asking for our money when you owe me something. If I gave you a service, don't be late with my money. I needs my money. Period. Point blank. Good morning, Terrell Singer, our Palace Prince. Listen, I got one for you. I got one for you. Things that make you go, But before I start, Gigi and Jess Angel, what are your thoughts about asking for your money and or going to sleep? getting our
Okay.
behinds in the bed?
So, that sleep thing. I told you we have a strange relationship, but I promise you, I hear Queen's voice in my head all the time when I'm staying up late, especially when I'm about to overshare. And no, nobody owes me money. And after last week, I was like, do I owe anybody?
All
But
right.
yeah, we're gonna start Queen Sheba collections, I guess. I love
Listen,
that note you just transcribed.
what note? What
Dear
note?
so and so, you owe me.
Oh
Run me my
yeah.
money.
You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
learn to ask for it. And the
that's
more
a good collection script.
listen, let me tell you something. Like when I interviewed Melody, I said a lot of time change happens in two phases, on the inside and the outside. And one thing I loved about her is that she did her work internally. But most people
Amen.
start on the outside and they neglect the inside. But the inside is what we feel when you show up. That's your vibe. That's your energy. And some of y'all need a whole vibe check, a whole heart, a restructuring of your heart posture. Some people, we feel that. We feel you coming because you haven't done the work on the inside. And so what happens is we're afraid to ask for what we deserve and what we want. And we say, I ain't gonna bother. No, we asking. And the more you ask and the more you flex that muscle, the more confident you become in other areas of your life. So that's why I say, go ahead and type it up and ask for your damn money back. But Gigi, what are your thoughts?
Yes, I do think that sleep is important. Queen, I go to sleep. I get my 7 or 8. I get my rest. I get my rest because I try to go work out in the morning, and you can't work out if you're tired. And then another thing is the job that I have is stressful, and I have to get rest just to be able to have a clear head. Because if not, I'm just not gonna be in a good mood.
I most certainly understand. And Gigi says she gets her rest.
Oh, I get my rest. I drink my water. Yeah, you have to get rest because if you don't, you just be tired. And like I said, one of the just the illness that I was dealing with, one of the things that they let me know is that when you're tired, it increased so many other things in your body because you're simply just tired. That's why you need to get your rest.
That's right. That's right. Um, Welcome, Dragonfly Alchemist, new member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We welcome you here behind the wall. I think you probably were one of the lucky recipients of the gift bestowed by Angela. So listen, things that make you go, we talking corporate America today. Y'all ready for this conversation? And y'all bet not be shy. We not being shy neither. I'm dropping a link in the chat. Y'all, let me get my coffee. Hold on. I got one for you. Hold on. All right. Get your coffee. Now you want to, if you playing me in the office, go ahead and unplug it. Go ahead and put your earphones in. Because we about to talk. I don't want your coworkers all up in our business over here. Oh, Dawn Michelle. All right. Boom. Dawn Michelle. Welcome, Queen. Welcome, welcome. Hold on. Let me give you a round of applause. I love it. Yeah, Dawn Michelle is in the palace, y'all. She says, boom, service yourself and get yours. Great morning, palace. You better say it. And you know what, Dawn? That was a lovely, really beautiful, thoughtful affirmation that you gave on the Universal Fast by Melody Cherie. Very, very simple words, no complexities. And it was beautifully stated. So thank you for blessing us with that on Monday. But yeah, y'all, make sure y'all show Dawn. I always call Dawn Michelle Dawn Marie. I've been doing it. I don't think I'm going to stop at this point. Okay, y'all make sure y'all show Dawn Michelle some love. Listen, we going to shift into things that make you go, honey, we talking about these coworkers at work. Yes, we are. And feel free to hop on. Don't nobody know. But listen, so yesterday we're on a WebEx call, right? All cameras are on. Of course, y'all know I'm the only one. My people, y'all already know what that means. Does anybody know what that means when we say I was the only one? Let me see if y'all
Brown skin
understand code.
girl. Brown skin girl.
All right. Y'all know what code is. Y'all know what I'm saying when I say I was the only one on the call. Peep this. Oh, Lord B. Taylor. Okay, listen. So I'm the only one on the call. We talking through whatever we're talking through. One thing that I always teach the palace is you don't have to say a lot in meetings. Okay, everybody got it. Everybody got code. Okay, we following. Okay. Thank you, Terrell. You don't have to say a lot in meetings. In corporate America, we've been conditioned to talk a lot in meetings, even when you don't have anything to say and you're just talking. I, on the other hand, feel like it's not necessary to talk, but it is necessary to ask good questions when you have them, because a good question can stimulate a very robust dialogue. So I'm listening on the call, and every now and then we're being prompted for Do you know what this white woman said to me on the call? Are you there? Because I can't see you. Y'all, this woman said, she called my name and said, "Are you there?"
Oh my God!
Because I can't see you. She could see me bright as day. I knew what she meant. She wanted to see me shake my head, but she used the wrong words. First of all, I'm not a child. And I came off mute. And I said, "I think I am. Am I too dark? Hold on. Let me see if I can brighten my screen." You gonna quit playing with me. Listen,
Oh my God!
you gonna use your words. And that's my things that make you go, moment. Because y'all gonna quit being loose at the lips and saying what you want to say in corporate America without, if we gotta be politically correct, and so do you. Because what you were doing is you were picking. I kid you not. Are you there? Because I can't see you. Now I know I ain't that damn black. I listen, and I knew she was wrong because the other white girls on the call started texting me, listen, saying, "I can see you." I don't know why she said that. I got it. Listen, ma'am, don't do that, because I am quick on the intellect. I was happy to come off mute and check her ass. Yes, I am here. Can you not see me? Am I too dark? Now, what are y'all's thoughts about that? Let me drop the link. And if anybody else got a thing that make you go, moment in corporate America, you are welcome to come up. Gigi, what are your thoughts?
Um, well, in corporate America, yeah, I understand basically what you're saying. And there's a thing that make me say, that there's a supervisor position that should have been offered to someone else at our job, but it was offered to someone who doesn't have the experience, but in that other color. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to offend anyone, but I couldn't understand why it was actually offered to that person and not to a person who was actually deserving of it. Well, my husband was like, "Well, they pulling their people up just like you got to pull your people up." So that's the kind of information I got from my husband. But that just made me say, But then the person that didn't get the position ended up pouting and was terminated yesterday because she didn't get what she wanted. So that just kind of made me say,
Y'all hear that? Gigi just shared things that make you go, in the corporate, I almost say white place, but I meant workplace.
Yeah, that place.
That was like listen, corporate America is a beast, and it will chew you up and spit you out. And a lot of times when I see some of these coaches, these HR coaches on Instagram, they're coaching us to coddle these women and to coddle these men with these nice answers. I'm not, no. Depending on what age you are, we ain't got time, baby. We only get one go around this life. I ain't got time, and I am not rude. But I said it in such a way that she's going to be more thoughtful of her words. Because you can't just shoot off at the hip. We're all adults. I can't see you, girl. But look, yeah, she probably was shook. And then I put some time on her calendar today, just for our one-on-one. Yes, do not. Listen, we got to start not being afraid to show up and work. Do not confuse that with being confrontational. But if you can be witty with your words, that's called intellect and wisdom. And if you pray and ask God to give you wisdom and give you knowledge, you can actually be witty with your words. that'll cause people to show up better for you so that you can continue to show up better for them. Alicia said, I know you lying. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Are you there? I can't see you. Girl, don't play with me. Okay. She could see me. She could see me. She wanted to see. What she wanted to see was a hard head nod. Yeah, nodding yes. No, ma'am. You know what I mean? We're not kids. I shook my head softly. I'm not about to be a clown on this meeting for you. I can't see you. Girl, bye. Welcome to the stage, Queen. What are your thoughts?
Grand Rising, beautiful queen. How are you today?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm hanging in here, hanging in here. That fast was so powerful. I wasn't able to join the call, but I did fast. But I wanted to share and piggyback off what you said about the corporate America comments, how they try to be cute. We were talking about ethnicity and, you know, how the people of no color like to always plagiarize Native American culture or our culture, period, brown people anyway. So we were on that subject, and she said, "Oh, I love your greeting." This one clear person, Grand Rising. What does that mean? I said, "Well, it's a greeting of tribal people. You know, I'm Native American." She's like, "Oh, do you have ancestry in the Native American culture? Because my mother is also Potawatomi or whatever she says." And I don't understand why do people in corporate America, clear people, why can't they just be who they are when they try to relate to us like that? Why do they always have to try to emulate or plagiarize our culture of the melanated people and be cute to see if we're really black people? Are you black? Or how could you possibly be Native American is what I got from it. And I just think that it is really rude and it's abusive. And I wanted to share that little thing because I was like, it shouldn't really bother me because I'm kind of used to it, but it did. It's like, why would you ask me my heritage if I'm Native American? I know my background, I know who I am. But you're the one that's trying to emulate me by saying that you have Native American ancestry in your bloodline and you have red hair and clear skin. And I just thought that was really weird and awkward and quirky for her to do that in front of the whole meeting group.
And do you know you do not have to respond? So let's talk about it. I am going
Okay.
to, if you can inbox me on Instagram, I am going to send you this video of how to respond in a very nice manner without saying that's none of your business.
Oh yeah, I got her together, but I did it. So I did a Michelle Obama style, very very gracefully. She couldn't figure out if she got checked or educated, but I would love to see the video though. I would.
Both.
I would give her no response. None. Discerning people, discerning goddess, I'm sorry, says clear people are so nosy. I was asked last week, I took off for PTO and I was asked, oh, you didn't say where you were going on your vacation. We talked about this behind the wall. Where are you going? Nowhere. I'm staying home. Oh, okay. Yes. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. This goes to all bosses. If they don't tell you, don't ask. Because we don't want you to know. We don't want to be that involved with you on that level. And you really don't
Thank
have a
you.
right to ask as my boss. Gigi, are you feeling me? I know you're a boss.
No, I 100% feel you. Yes, I totally feel you. You don't no, I don't ask. I learned a long time ago if they don't want to share, I'm not if they put their PTO time in, I just sign off. I don't even ask them where they're going, what they're doing unless they want to tell me.
Thank you. Stop. I don't care if you're a supervisor, a manager. Stop asking people what are they doing. They don't want you to know. Maybe they're going into rehab or going to a funeral or
It's not my
just,
business.
yeah,
No.
it's none of your business. All you need to do is approve the PTO time. Period.
That's
Point
it.
You
blank.
know what? You
Go
know what,
ahead.
Queen? Another thing that I do with them is if they ask a probing question that's intrusive, I go, "Oh, why do you ask?" And that shuts it all the way down. They're like, "Oh, I was
That's a
just
good one.
curious." No, you were just being nosy. That's all it was. I can go in, but I don't want to.
On the
I've had it with these people. You know what I mean? It's like Grand Rising. Why do you need to know what that means? I said Grand Rising in chat. I didn't even speak on mic. And then she asked me what it means. I said, well, a lot of Native American tribal people use that greeting, for whatever reason. I didn't go into
She wouldn't
details.
have got that
But
much
then
from me. She would have got, oh, that
right.
one's locked. She would have
I
got
didn't
that
go
one.
into,
She would have got
yeah,
that one is locked. That one's locked. And that's what I learned from that man on that video. That means none of your
yeah,
business. She wouldn't have even
right.
got any type of, oh, we're native. None of your business. Because she don't
And
care.
then, yeah,
She
she
really
went
don't.
into, well,
Just
are you
hold on, hold
Native?
on, hold
Yeah,
on.
I'm Native.
She don't care if you're native. You just said or
Exactly.
did something that was different. So she called you out in a way that's, have you seen some of these corporate things that are when people are like, do you have something to share? That was one of those, do you
Mhm.
have something to share? Yes, I do, but
Right.
it's locked.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Hey,
I
hey, Queen.
saw
I'm
where I
sorry.
made my mistake, and I said I shouldn't have never said Native American because they always think that they have the monopoly over identifying who we are. So that's where
Well,
I
no,
went too far with it. But it's
you
like,
overshare.
what difference does it make?
You remember we talked about that behind the wall, oversharing.
Yes, yes.
Y'all, that's what Jess was saying. But go ahead, Gigi. I'll come back to it, Queen. I'll come back. Go ahead, Gigi.
So what I was saying is, if that had been me, and she would have said that, and honestly, I appreciate the fact that she clarified what Grand Rising means for me, because I never knew what it meant. I see it, but I didn't know what it meant. So thank you for clarifying that for me indirectly. But me, if someone says something and it's about their heritage or something like that, and I don't understand, I may get, when I just alone, I don't get them alone and say anything, but just having a conversation with them alone, I might ask then, hey, I don't know what that means. Can you explain it to me? And most people don't have a problem with explaining, but I'm not being nosy. I just want to know, because if someone says something I don't know, and I want to respect them. So I want to respect, if that's their culture or something like that, and I don't understand something they may say or do, I might ask to the side, hey, I noticed you said that, but I don't know what that means. And they have no problem with educating me. And I'll say, I just want to make sure I respect you. I never would have asked her to clarify it if that was with her race. I mean, anything else, I just would have asked later, what did that mean? So I could respect the fact when she says it.
But Miss Lady says clear people are nosy, but we overshare a lot. Yes, we overshare. We be
Yeah,
giving details
yeah.
that ain't. I'll be looking like even sometimes when I talk to my cousin, no ma'am, or my best friend, no sir. Mm-mm, why? You get that's too much information. Way too
And
much information. And we're just talking about in instances where you don't want to overshare or somebody tries to put you on a spot. But black people, y'all do be oversharing. Y'all be giving y'all whole life story for nothing. And it don't matter. I won't be
It
into
does.
it.
and
Go
what's
ahead.
Queen
so
Shiva,
weird
I
about
was gonna.
that is what's so weird about that is she started using it before she even asked me that. A few days that went by, she was telling everybody Grand Rising. Then she asked me what it meant. I'm like, why is she asking me this? I'm like, well, it's a greeting, you know. And then she was like, oh, she started explaining her background and heritage. And I'm like, I don't care just as much as you don't care about mine. What difference does it make? You want to be relatable to me by using some of the catchphrases or terms that we use, and we can't relate. We just don't have that in common. Be you, be clear, be happy with who you are. Don't try to adopt anything that might be true for me just to say, have that bridge of relatability. That's
No,
the
I
thing I
got
don't like about corporate America.
you. Hold on. Somebody's saying it's locked. What do y'all mean it's locked? What's locked? If y'all can
They're
please.
probably repeating you.
Huh?
Are they repeating what you just told us about a subject being locked?
Oh, yes. Answer. Like if you, okay, it's locked. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, it's locked means say, oh, that one's locked. Well, what does she say? Or what does that mean? Oh, that one's locked. Or where are you going? That one's locked. That means none of your business in a
I
very
love
nice
that.
way. But Gigi, you were trying to jump in too. Go ahead. You have the
Yeah,
floor.
I was gonna say you are absolutely right. We we do overshare, and I learned a very young age from my brother-in-law, who's actually was the supervisor for an oil and gas company. You don't have to tell them nothing. You don't have to overshare anything. If you get a new car, if you get a new house, baby, they don't need to know none of that. You don't have to share. They share all their business because they expect to do that. But whenever you start to come up or you oversharing or whatever, you have to be careful because their daggers start to come out because they don't want to see you succeed. So Queen is 100% right. We overshare too much and we don't have to share nothing. I got a new truck about 6 months ago, and my supervisor never knew it. I showed up at a retreat, and she didn't know who I was because I got a new truck. And she said, "Oh, when did you get this?" And I said, "I've been had it." And she was like, "You have?" But she was so shocked to see that I pulled up in something, and I never said a word. Y'all, we got to be quiet. I'm like, it's locked. I agree, Queen. It's locked. You don't have to tell them that. You don't have to overshare nothing.
True,
Period.
true.
Hold
And
on.
that's why she kind of probed me a little bit because I didn't talk a lot. I don't do small talk a lot at
You
all.
got a lot of
And
background, sweetie. Queen. Is that Queen?
my bad. Yeah, that's me. I'm sorry.
Go
My
ahead,
phone
real
keeps
quick.
acting up. Yep, but that's what I noticed about this particular person is I don't do a lot of small talk before the meeting starts, and she's always trying to get me to speak. So I think that was one of her ways to see if I would go into detail and all of that. And I don't feel comfortable doing that anyway with somebody that I'm not familiar with. And it's almost as if she's offended when I don't say speak first. You know how they feel like we have to acquiesce to them. I don't do that.
All right. I saw somebody in the chat say that not just clear people, but a lot of people can be nosy. I agree. But we still overshare as Black people. Y'all be saying way too much. And I just be putting my head down. I was like, she could have stopped right there. We respond too much. We overshare. We defend too much. We add clarification too much. And when I'm talking about, buttoning up. Buttoning up, depending on where you're headed in corporate America, you got to pull back with some of the words. It's almost like you got to slice it and clean it up. Now, if you're good where you are, keep behaving. It's not a right or wrong. It's just more about somebody got to echo. Is that me? It's not about a right or wrong. It's more about polishing up and just like if you're headed towards an upper progression in corporate America, don't say a lot. Ask a lot, quick, simple responses. Other than you know what? Let me back off of that. Let me go to the Aquarius. Welcome. Oh, Aquarius 1982. Welcome. You're on mute, Aquarius. I can go to okay, Alnita. Did I say it right?
Alanetta.
Alanetta.
Alanetta, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, y'all. I'm a school teacher and I work at a charter school, and our school is probably the kids are 80% Black and 20% Hispanic, and the staff reflects that. And we're probably not. We are 99% Black, with the one Caucasian lady. And let me tell you, it's always a problem for her, some of the things we do. So, for instance, for Black History Month, 28 days, the little 28 days, well, 29 days this year, we our project was to decorate our doors with the HBCU. And we let the kids decorate the door. It was a contest, one or the other would win. I'm sorry, it's a tornado watch here. Let me turn off this phone.
You're fine.
And to decorate the doors with HBCU. This lady want to complain to admin saying, well, why can't can I just do LSU? I'm like, it's 29 days. Can you just decorate the damn door with HBCU? It's always something. Well, number one, you chose to work over here with us, so go with the program. But that's that. I just want to get that out because it was weighing on me.
Did that person ever? Did she get with the program? Did she go along to get along?
No, she put a HBCU on her door, but she also put LSU with it. And the crazy part is you can put LSU all year long. Can we have 29 days where we're focusing on the HBCUs?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you
Not for
know.
some of them.
Right.
Now you
But
know.
but that's all I had, y'all. This is my first time up. I was super nervous, but thank you, Queen, for having this safe place where we can share and learn and grow.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming up. We appreciate when y'all come up. I love talking about corporate America, honey. I love it because you don't get to really speak in the what is it? Confines or confounds,
Yep.
y'all. When it's
Confines and the confines of.
okay, in the confines of the workplace. You don't really get to say what you need to say. And somebody posed the question, listen, what about the black bosses? Listen, what about them? Because they can be Tasmanian devils and demons too.
I've
Gigi,
had good, bad, and indifferent of those as well.
Gigi, what's your score? What's your
Uh,
employee feedback?
some black bosses being the one you need to be looking out for the most.
You
So
hold on, say it again, Gigi.
I said some black bosses are the ones you need to be looking out for the most. The ones that are the
Oh,
worst.
y'all heard that? In the words of a black boss telling y'all, some of the black bosses are the ones you need to be looking out for the most. Those are the
Mm,
ones that get you jammed up.
yep.
Yeah. Welcome to your set noir. What are your thoughts?
Good morning. Whomever put the question in the chat, that's exactly what I was coming up to say. Sometimes we, if you're, a minority, are our own worst enemy and we sabotage each other. And the other groups take that dissension and use it against us to pit one another against each other when we need to band together.
Excellent call out. So whoever posed that question in the chat, I thought I had it highlighted. You did a good job. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Great questions stimulate excellent dialogue. That's a perfect example of how you can show up in a meeting based on what they're talking about. Sometimes you'll have questions that you'll have develop prior to the meeting, and you may have to say, oh, they already covered that. They covered that. But if you have a good question that's real good, watch how they take it and run with it. And that's it. Your job there is finished. Welcome to the stage, Miss Tiff Tigris.
Hello, Queen in the chat. Can you all hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Girl, I am running late for work, but I was meant to hear this call today. So let me tell y'all. So I'm a supervisor, right? And I had a position that came open. So I was trying to get it advertised. So I told my team, I said, hey, if you all want to be temporarily promoted for like 120 days, let me know. So this one guy out of all my folks, he wanted the opportunity. Now, mind you, he's one of the people that cannot get anything done on time. He is not my number one pick. But I played the game because my supervisor really likes him. But I knew that he would not qualify because he doesn't have a certification that's required for the position. So I did the paperwork and everything, and guess what? It came back saying that he didn't qualify, no certification. My supervisor asked me to pull back my permanent advertisement so that I could remove that certification requirement. Okay, so I can remove that requirement, in my opinion, so that this clear man could, be able to get the job in an interim station, in an interim way, right? So I went ahead and did that. So the position, ended up getting approved to have the certification removed, which I could not understand. To be a subject matter expert, I don't understand why a certification requirement would be removed. But the people at the personnel center, they went along with it, right? So we just finished the advertisement section. It closed on this past Sunday. So yesterday, I get the list from our personnel folks. Only one person was on the list, just one. So I said, ma'am, we need to, extend this advertisement. She came back and said, well, ma'am, we can't because it's already closed. And then she was saying that, just so you know, there was a total of 7 people that applied, and 6 of them did not follow the directions. Therefore, they got disqualified from moving forward. So
What?
don't you, yeah. So don't you know the one guy that my boss had me, in my opinion, remove that requirement was one of the six that could not submit the paperwork right. When
Whoa.
I tell you I was floored yesterday, I was floored. I was like, he done did all this, and then I let him know, like, hey, sir, I requested for this. I had to cancel, the cert. We're gonna re-advertise, and I gave him the name of the one person that did make it, and he just kind of looked at me. I'm like, yeah, why would I want a subject matter expert working for me who can't even submit the documentation correctly for a job, and it tells you what needs to be submitted in your job announcement.
Wow. 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 Like Rihanna says. Who are you gonna go with without saying names?
Well, I had them cancel the job
Mm.
cert, so they're gonna have to re-advertise.
Did you put your certification back up there?
No, it's already removed from the position description.
Okay, and I want to say one more thing. I'm gonna meet. I think this is Aquarius. I'm gonna meet you because you got a little background noise. Y'all, do you see what she said? Do you see that specific example she gave of how the certification requirement was removed for another candidate? You see the barriers and the blocks that are set up for you to hurdle over? That's all I'm saying. Tiff, that was a
Queen Shiba, I knew you would get it. Yes.
listen, baby. I get it. It's in place.
Whew.
So you really don't need it. But guess
All
what? We're
right. Well,
gonna make
thank
it.
you for letting me get that off my chest. I'm about to hang up and get back to the chat.
All
Y'all
right,
have a
all right.
blessed day.
Thank you for coming up, Tiff. Listen, y'all, you really don't need it, but they put it in place just for you. Just for you. Welcome to the stage, the Aquarius 1982. What are your thoughts? You're on mute. You got to unmute. Take your time. Uh-oh. You drop off and come back because you disconnected your device. Just drop out and then come right back. Y'all, what are your thoughts about what the last caller just shared?
They did that same thing to my mother at the government. When they forced her into retirement, they changed her job description, and somebody she had been training got her job with a raise because what she needed to know was no longer required. So they were more than qualified for what, once they changed. I was just like, oh,
Hmm. What are your thoughts? Do you
And
set or do you?
and
It's
sometimes
not
it works in
surprising to me.
uh-oh. Do I have an echo?
That's not you. That's Aquarius. Go ahead.
And sometimes it works in the reverse where um for certain candidates they want you to have double, triple, quadruple the
hmm
requirement than the previous person that held the position. Meaning, if before you only needed a bachelor's degree and 5 years experience, now all of a sudden you need, an MBA, 10 years of experience, and certain other certifications.
oh, dude.
Well, that depends on who's applying. You get what I'm saying? Those are barriers and and even when you get it, you may not be selected. Hold
Right.
on.
So you know where I'm going with that. Exactly.
Yes, yes, yes. And it's perfectly legal in some aspects because they know the rules and they've been doing it for quite some time. It's built into the system. And that's why Tiffany came up here to share, to let y'all know. And hopefully you all can read between the lines. And QT says, how often do y'all have these live chats? Every Wednesday, girl, behind the wall. We got experts, we got HR people that come up. Normally we're behind the wall. That's why that membership is only $3.99 to make it affordable for y'all to come and get you some of this good over here in the palace. B. Taylor, welcome. What are your thoughts? Gigi, did you want to speak on that real quick?
Yeah, I did. So I understand what she's saying too, and you're right. As a coworker said to me, they want to hire all these people with these A, B, C, D element of P's behind their names, to because they feel like it's more of the other people that will have these degrees and stuff behind their names, and they do hire them. But one thing that I realized, they hired them, and like she said, that he couldn't even submit the information correctly. I said, well, when I said they need to add something on a job description when you're asking for these people with these degrees behind their name, they need to put customer service required, because half of them are rude as heck and can't even say good morning, or so it's a lot of aspects that they're missing just because they have these degrees behind their name in my industry that they're hiring. Because I'm like, if I have to tell you to say good morning or just have general customer service, I don't get it. But yeah, I know exactly what she's saying.
I got it.
I
Thank
agree
you
with
for
that.
sharing. Go
Can I
ahead, Jeff.
can I give an example? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
Yeah,
anyone
but let
off.
me say this real quick to Aquarius 1982. Go ahead and come back up here, and we're just going to pause and let you speak. I think you may be having some audio challenges, but even in the middle of whomever's talking, we'll just let you speak real quick. Go ahead and come back real quick, Aquarius 1982. Go ahead, Thea Set, and then B. Taylor, you're up next.
I'll give an example. So I'm in the finance realm, and part of the requirements are you have to have, you know, an MBA in finance or accounting, a CPA certification, et cetera, et cetera. It came to our attention that one of the gentlemen in the C-suite level that rolls down a lot of the um, strategic budgets for us, he hasn't even graduated with an undergrad yet. And so we were trying to figure out how in the world was he even able to A, get your foot in the door, and be at a C level when you don't have any of the credentials. We did a little research. We found out that it was nepotism, where everyone else, as the requirement for the position, you had to have these things in place. So I'm just saying,
I'm not
some
surprised.
me, there's some people can skirt by, and some people, again, you have to have everything to the letter. And it's
Yeah,
awful. It's awful, but you got to play. If that's the system you want to work in, you got to play the game.
yeah. And real quick, let me everybody mute up. The Aquarius, I'm going to bring you up, but I'm going to mute up because you have a little bit of background. So you can just jump right in, okay? All right. I'm
Queen, are
bringing
you
you.
talking? Oh,
Everybody go ahead and mute up real quick. Welcome, Aquarius. You have the floor.
Good morning, Queen. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing this morning. But I just wanted to piggyback on the conversation about our counterparts in the workplace. There was one day where one of my pasty colored coworkers, um, her class was out of control in the hallway. So I went out of my office to see what was going on, and it was just chaos. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go back to my office, ma'am, because I'm sorry, but it's not my responsibility to control the behavior of your classroom. I just wanted to see if I could, maybe like bring one in my office for a cool down moment. She left her class unattended and followed me to my office, pointed her finger at me, and said she would not take responsibility for their behavior. And I'm just like, okay, well, am I supposed to? I was legit confused because where in corporate America are you allowed to chase someone down to their office and point your finger at them in an aggressive manner? I was just taken aback, blown away. Nonetheless, nothing happened. My complaint went unheard. She's still employed and she is still doing the same thing to everyone.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's horrible. I can't get out of there fast enough. It was a wake up call because I actually thought, that we were in a, cool place. So that was my wake up call that you do not have friends in the workplace.
I, oh, y'all, Jess, what do I be telling y'all? Jess Angel.
your co-workers are not your
Friend.
friends.
Thank
Yeah.
you. We say it all the time. Normally, we have these conversations behind the wall. But
I love quoting Queen.
That was my
listen.
wake up call. And on top of that, she called a meeting behind my back to say that my intern was never on time and she never had her materials together. Now, one time that she bring this issue to me, she took it right over my head to my supervisor.
Was your intern on late a lot? Be honest.
She was late once. However, she was late because she was attending a treatment team meeting with me.
Can I tell you something? What a
Yes, ma'am.
boss told me before.
Mhm.
And B Taylor, I see you, baby. I came back from holiday and I had like over 100 and some emails. Typical. And one
Mhm.
of the emails I got too, I had just gotten back on Monday. This lady's like, I need this today. And I had a one-on-one with the boss a couple of years ago. I said, she's asking me for this. And I just got back. And you know what she told me? Don't nobody
Mhm.
care.
Yep,
Nobody
that's true.
cares that you just got
I
back.
am
Nobody
learning.
cares. So don't nobody care why she was late. She was late. So
Mhm.
listen, I know it sounds, we don't have room for error. So tighten her
Yeah.
up.
Yes. I get it. I got it.
You get,
I
I'm
got
for
it.
real.
Yes, you
Come
are
on now,
absolutely
y'all.
right. It's about growth, and I love it.
Yeah, and these are tough conversations we have. Like I said, door
Mhm.
behind the wall. But if we start approaching it like that, you show right. You know what? They don't. You know what? I won't bet. I got it. This they don't care.
Mhm.
They just clocking
Right.
you 5 minutes late, 60 seconds late. Don't nobody care why. They don't care your kid is sick. But B Taylor, you got the floor. I'm so sorry. Thank you for waiting patiently.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll drop down. Thank you, Queen.
hey guys, good morning. I just want to go back to the original topic when she was saying, like temporarily fulfill this position. That was a little triggering for me because I didn't get promoted within the way I wanted to. There was like a lead position open, and I've been with the company for a long time. I've been there for 7 years. I'm very well qualified to lead the team out of everybody that applied, but they end up going with somebody outside. And I just don't understand when companies don't want to promote within, they want to bring people in for the most qualified person to train the unqualified because they want to bring them in. So now, like, I got promoted as senior, but I didn't get the lead position, which is way more money, way more qualification. Like, they wanted somebody with a more experience, but I'm like, yeah, she's older, she don't have good digital experience. Like, I have to teach her. Like, she literally be meeting with me and like copying everything that I do. She's trying to learn from me. She's telling me like, oh, you're my right hand man. If I'm sick that day, she don't know what to do. She literally don't know how to lead the team without me. So she just kind of sits back and kind of like repeats things that our like director says to me, but she's like, "Oh, I want you to take over. Oh, I want you to do this." So I take it as like, yes, a learning opportunity for me to kind of like basically be the lead but without the position. But it's like I don't know. I guess it was a little tricky because it's like, why are managers so like wanting to hire outside, bring people that are not qualified when the person, just because they don't really, I don't know, not like that person, because I don't want to say my director doesn't like me. I just feel like she wanted what she wanted, and in what she wanted don't have no clue what they're doing. And now I'm left to like train them and like lead the team, and she has no idea what she's doing. She's just super unqualified. She's impatient. She has no idea. And I have to tell her, no, we're actually not going to do this. Like, actually, no, we should do this instead. And she'd be like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I just don't know what I would do without you." But like, you got my position. So I don't know. I don't know how to look at that. But I also see from another perspective where she said they do certain things to get the person that they want. And so even if it's I'm the person that's inside working and not on the outside, I see how they play that corporate game. So it just sucks, and I don't know what to do. Like, somebody say I need to
Can't
leave.
do
I know.
anything. And,
Huh?
and it's right there. You need to leave.
Hey,
That's
Queen.
Tiff. That's
What,
that's the
Queen?
one
Can
that.
I answer that one for her?
Yeah, let me finish reading this real quick because Gigi's a boss, B Taylor. So
Can you?
she's, yeah, give me 1 second. Hold on.
So,
Um,
okay,
Miss Miss
okay.
Tiff was the other boss that came up. She says you need to leave. In corporate America, I call that the cleanup woman. A lot of black women are cleanup women. We clean up the mess, but we don't get the promotion. Go ahead, Gigi. Go ahead, Gigi.
Yeah, I was gonna tell her the same. you do need to leave, because basically in the whoever this was, she had this fantastic interview, like she could bring more to the team that they thought that she could, but she cannot, because anything that people put on a resume is a bunch of bullshit. Sorry, for most of the time. So they thought, okay, she'll be an asset, she'll bring something in, but because she put that on a resume, don't even make it fact, because she's trying to lean on you to build up wherever she needs to be. But you need to leave. No, if they can't pay you to do the job, then they didn't pay you to train the person that they hired, that should know the job. So yeah, leave. Just, I mean, don't just leave, like,
Yeah.
manner. But yeah, you
Um,
need to go ahead on and leave, because if they felt that somebody else could do it, then let her do it.
Mm. And they have me training like all these new people. Like we had a high turnover rate, and so they
No,
have me
you're not
training.
a trainer.
Yeah, they because they
yeah.
Nope,
promoted
you're not a
me.
trainer.
Yeah, they promoted me as senior. So they're like, oh yeah, like they got me training all these people and like leading the team and like I know like eventually I told myself like this year I'm gonna just leave this on my resume. I finally have like a management type of title, like a senior lead type of title. So I wanna kind of work in that, but I know by the end of the year I need to make a game plan to like leave or whatever.
Well,
But
you
I
got
could,
two. Hold on. You got two corporate bosses telling you what to do. They just
yeah,
gave you the strategy.
yeah, I am the cleanup woman because I am the black woman. There's two white women, and they hired an
But
older
did you
white woman.
receive what they said?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's they gave. Look, that's good when we get women here that can help, though. B.
Hmm.
Taylor. And
Yeah,
and these are women that are directors and whatever in corporate America. This is invaluable. Is it? No, it's valuable information.
yeah,
It's valuable. Now you can think through the rest of the stuff later, but they have enough experience and wisdom and knowledge to say, "Hey, mm-mm." And that is the cleanup woman. Look at Tiff. Tiff is here. She said, "Yes, the cleanup. It happens to a lot of black women." And the thing you would regret the most is not leaving sooner. Now the question is to those of you in the chat. Some of us are not prepared to leave because you ain't did your work to be able to walk out that door. Resumes ain't up to par. You get what I'm saying? All
mhm.
of this and all of that. Not you, B. Taylor, but I'm just saying some people are not in a position to leave because you have not kept your things current. Could that be you?
I just updated my LinkedIn.
All
You
right,
speaking to
Philly
me?
Gal, welcome. What are your thoughts? This is a great
Hey,
conversation, y'all.
good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Um, Piggyback off of her, that's the exact same thing that's happening to me. I'm in the auto insurance industry, and I've been doing this for 20 years. And I want to be a manager. I've made it very, I have a thorough resume. I have my degree. I have all the qualifications. I have everything that they've been asking for. The only thing I don't have is manager experience. But my question to the panel is this: how am I able to become a manager if I'm not given a chance to at least be able to, be able to have the experience? You know what I mean? Like, I conduct meetings with my manager. He has me do production reports. I know how to do the job. Sometimes my own manager asks me for advice on what to do about other employees. And so he knows I want to be a manager. And he's like, yeah, we're going to have a position open up. He told me that in January, only to tell me last week that now the position is no longer available. And it's like, even if I was to go to another insurance company, a lot of the qualifications is you have to have prior manager experience. So I'm like, well, I've been doing this for 20 years. And quite frankly, I don't know what more experience, that I need. And I've been able to lead groups. So I just wanted some advice on like what to do when you're in that type of predicament.
I'll hand this to Gigi, and then I'll let her hit it off to the Asset Noir, and then after that, we're gonna wrap it because I gotta jump for a call. Gigi, I'll hand it
Okay,
to you.
first of all, the manager that you're working with is holding you back. So he's the one that's holding you back. He feels that you are valuable to him, or he feels like you're an asset. Either you're gonna outdo something to him because he's holding you back. All of us have been in a situation before where we were not a manager or whatever, and we were able to get there. So if I was you, I would try to look at other postings, or if you go to HR and try to find out, not, try to find out when there are other positions and find out what you need to have or what certification you need to have to apply for that job. But do not tell him when you are about to apply for those things,
Hmm.
because you don't know if he's trying to sabotage you or just trying to say she's not ready or whatever the situation is. He can feel like that that you will outshine him. Just try to go around him and apply for the position.
Okay.
I
Thank you.
wholeheartedly agree with her. Don't rely on him to tell you when a position is open. And good morning, everybody. I came up here specifically for you. Do not let him tell you. Does your job have some sort of associate portal or portal for the company where they post the job?
Yes. And I went on there, but all of them say I have to. All of them are. You have to have your manager's approval to even be able to post.
So I would post for it and then let him know after you post, hey, I
Oh,
posted for this position, and have that discussion with him. Also, I wanted to ask you, the things that you helped him with, are those currently on your resume?
no, but I can add them. Oh yeah.
You need to add them ASAP. You need to have two sets of resumes, one for the outside world and then one for your internal job posting. But
Okay.
that internal job posting, everything that you assist him with, you need to make sure that's on your resume, right? And there's different ways you can say it, letting them know that you've been building up. You're basically you're being mentored by him. So um, you're kind of moving like a pimp named Switchback. You're boosting his ego, like, hey, I submitted my resume. I included some things on there that you mentored me with, that I assist you with on a day-to-day basis. But include those things up on there because you do have the managerial experience. You just don't have the title, boo boo.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't know what you're capable of until, and like, you can't say you don't have the managerial experience when you've been doing everything as a manager except your role. You've already done it. You've already claimed it. It's already
Yeah.
there. You've already been prepared for it. You have to add it on your resume. Also, if you're more than likely, if your job has an internal job posting
Hmm.
site that's for internal employees, you guys also have a place in there where you can go out there and list your credentials, and it'll walk you through. They normally have a template, and you fill that template in with the time frames and things like that. If you have anything with numbers on it, if you post for a job and they decide to bring you in to hire you, you make sure you have that updated list with numbers. Hey, for this fiscal year, I had this financial impact. So whatever the case may be, I retained this amount of clients.
Okay.
Whatever it is, you have, so three sets of resume, right? So you're gonna post to the outside world, internal for your job, and then one you're bringing to that interview to show, hey, this is the impact of my work. This is the quality of my work.
Okay.
So you go and get it. Go and
Yeah.
get it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was very, very good information. Thank you. You see how these women get down? She came up here just for you. And that's what we do. We serve. We're servants over here. I appreciate it, K Journey. And then I'm gonna pass the mic to the Asset Noir. Listen, K Journey, Gigi, and Miss Tiff, can y'all inbox me? Can y'all inbox me on
Absolutely.
Instagram, please?
Absolutely. We'll do. I'm gonna drop down really quick. I'll be back up if I hear somebody else say something crazy.
Okay, okay, no problem. We're about to wrap up because I got to jump
Thank
for a
you.
call. The Asset Noir, anything you would like to add to that?
Yes, what the previous lady stated is absolutely correct. The one action item I would add to the resume is management training, on the job management training, and I would list my years of service with that company that you've been doing the managerial task. Put that on your resume because that will certify you as being a manager because it'll show the years of experience that you've had. The second point I want to make to you is volunteer in your industry and get to know other people in other companies that might be C-level, mid-level, frontline managers. Get your name out there as a volunteer. Once you build those connections and those relationships with other people, your name will be presented in rooms when you're not present.
There you go. I hope this was very helpful for you.
Oh my God,
People,
that's so helpful. I don't know if she was talking to me, but I didn't even think about that, like management training, because I definitely had to train my director and manager.
Yes, that was for you. And
Oh,
even if you don't want to put management in training or manager in training, you can list your company as where you've done a managerial internship with that company because you weren't paid for it.
but you did the job.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank
All
you.
great advice. Listen, this was a hell of a conversation today. I have to jump and get back to business. I really appreciate all of you, my panelists, my callers, my moderators, those of you in the chat. Y'all really shared some wonderful, wonderful tips. The live chat is saved for those of you that would like to go back and pick up some of what the chat was sharing. Diego says, thank you, ladies. Yeah, absolutely, y'all. Behind the wall is where the gift, the pot of gold, lies in the palace. We talk like this all the time. And not only that, we back it up. We get people connected to the right people. And we're just coming outside to play today. So if you want a little bit of this consistently every Wednesday, you know where to find us. And with that being said, thank you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. God bless you. And be tailored. Simone says, do not quit your job until you have one lined up. And as a matter of fact, don't even give a 2-week notice, because they don't. And let me tell y'all something.
Oh,
You are not obligated to give a 2-week notice. I've researched it before. That is not required. You can say today, effective today, will be my last day. God bless you all.
Thank
Take
you.
what you need and spit out the rest. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Blessings, everybody.